Welcome, everybody. I'm muted, right? I can't hear myself talk, so I guess maybe I'm on.
We hear you.
Hey, I'm on. Okay, hey, welcome, everybody.
He can't hear. Oh, we can hear you. I know. What should we do the other way around?
This is the American Car Class. There you go. Much better. This is the American Car Class. It's a radio program, and I'm Kenny Schofield. And with me is Mike Carano, Steve Charbonneau, and Todd Byron. And with us today is Bill Maule.
Yep.
Bill Maule is from the local Indian River region AACA, which is the Antique
Automobile
Association
of America.
Oh, Automobile Association
of America.
No, it's where's the
AACA?
C? Where's the C come from?
Classic.
Yeah.
Automotive Classic. Yeah, I should know that.
Yeah, you should know that.
It's all right, dude.
Be in the chat.
I don't know if Billy DeArton knew 100% of it. So
Kenny has that effect on people. Don't worry. It's all Kenny. He gets you on the spot, and then he gets in the end, and sign language starts. And
this table has no alcohol on it.
On it.
I see. But I do sometimes talk, Bill, with my hands. So just be forewarned.
Be prepared to
Yes, sir.
get
Yes,
hit
sir.
in the head.
Get my ninja move going.
So welcome, everybody. We hope you had a great week. We have all been busy. We've been here in Florida where the weather's been beautiful.
Yeah.
I think this weekend it's going to be beautiful. We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend.
Do we?
yeah, man, River Ranch.
Yes, we sure do. River Ranch. And you're going to be heading out there, Todd?
Probably not.
I'm not going.
You got the.
I've got too much to do.
You got the
Dude,
River Ranch.
me
You got
too.
the C.W. Willis Farm.
Yep.
Oh,
Barefoot,
yeah.
Barefoot
Oh,
Bay.
Barefoot Bay.
Yeah.
Having a car show. This
Steve, you plan on going out to River Ranch?
I am not allowed to go this year.
Not allowed to go.
Not allowed to go.
He's
Your
got
mom,
work to do.
your
Hey, man.
girlfriend, or your shop?
It is Aaron's birthday on Saturday.
Nice.
Apples.
Nice.
Wow.
Mm.
Well,
Very
happy
good.
birthday, Aaron. We appreciate knowing you and being able to say happy birthday to you. So happy birthday.
Big night out at McDonald's. He's all
There you
I
go.
was
They're
hoping
going-
for Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
You're
There
going
you
to the
go.
Roadhouse.
The dollar menu.
You're going to the Roadhouse.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
quiero
No,
taco-
she'll probably go to Longhorn because she wants the chicken.
Okay.
Or Carrabba's.
There
Okay.
you go. Both good.
Longhorn has those panko shrimp, man. It's good.
She want to do shrimp.
Good stuff.
Chicken or salad only.
There you go.
All right. Well, as I was saying, I hope everybody's had a good week. Mike, tell me how your week has been. Do a little bit of round table talk here.
Quiet. All quiet this week.
Really?
Wasn't too bad.
You just, before we went on air, you told me about a guy that may be in the area of Dolphinado out in Grant.
Has two rear ends.
has a couple of,
rear ends that he wants to get rid of. So
some narrowed.
one's a Chevy, one's a Chrysler.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. That's what he told me. He saw me today. I saw him today, and he said he's got two narrowed rear ends he wants to get rid of. Both still have the tires on them. They're both 4-link suspensions.
Yeah. Very good. Well, I'm going to talk to you after that about that Chevy one for sure. And Steve, tell me a little bit about what's going on out there at Treasure Coast and the 1212, everything. How's
Shit be rolling. It's
what be rolling?
I said the shit be rolling. We crazy.
ship-
we got enough
the
cars.
ship is rolling.
yeah.
Okay, ship. Yes, I
Ship
got.
is sailing.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
we're going to ship your pants.
It's we're doing great. No complaints.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Chris is working out good.
Yeah, he's in and out. He was out sick today,
Oh, I hate that.
so
I hate that.
but he's not one to not be there and not be sick. He sounded pretty horrible on the phone today. I was like, yeah, just take the day off because now I got 3 office people. So
Contagious and get around and then
and then if you
everybody's-
add me in office, it's 4. And then you got the legend coming in and out of the office. I don't want to get everybody sick. I can't do it.
Right. Speaking about the legend,
Yeah.
how is Todd Byron?
I'm good.
You got
He's
a new-
loving life.
New truck this week. You got a new tractor this week.
Last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawnmower.
You got
Yeah.
a Ford? That your new truck?
I know,
We
dude.
weren't-
I've
got a
really
Ford?
Say it
been.
out loud, man.
I'm a
What?
Chevrolet guy. all the
What
way.
is going on? Is it electric too?
Hell no. No.
I mean, if you're diving into Ford, you might as well just get electric now.
It's either I was told either get a truck and do this building and all that, otherwise give all the money to Biden
Oh,
so
there
he
you
can
go.
piss it out of the back of his Corvette.
There you go.
But
Oh, trust
Yeah.
me, he hasn't lived it down at the shop.
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't even get
Yeah.
a chance to bust his balls. Everybody else does it before I can even say something. He just turns and looks at me and I'll be like, that's my cue to go the other way.
All the years that I ragged on people about Fords, and,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
boy, it's coming back to me.
No, and we do joke about them, on a quiet day you can hear one rust, whatever. But at the end of the day,
overall, it's a really nice truck. I was looking for a Chevrolet. There's just really nothing out there.
Yeah.
I just so happened to come across a dealership that had 15 of these.
Okay.
I go down there and look at them, and 13 out of 15 of them were keyed the night before.
Oh, really?
Including this one I got.
Yeah.
So we worked a deal on it. Worked
Good.
out pretty good.
Beautiful.
And
Why'd they have 15 of them if there were no Chevys around? Is that like a sign? I'm just asking for a friend.
it's a 22 left over, but it's brand new.
Okay.
And I needed a brand new one for, counting purposes. So
I love that.
I know, really, I really wasn't planning on it.
Listen,
No, right.
you know things are bad when the diehard Chevy guy buys a Ford.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, rather than pay taxes, he'll drive a Ford.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's a better option.
Yeah. How
Hey,
long
goes
do I
right.
hold on to
Listen,
it?
Biden,
I was
Ford.
going to say, yeah.
Biden.
Yeah. I'm going to own the
Listen,
Ford.
I'd even buy a Ford before I paid asshole.
Yeah,
I don't buy a Ford before I had to do that too.
So
I
it's
let
all
him slide.
good. And, just busting it. I
Yeah.
feel,
It looks like
You're going to be
we're-
working on, for the month of February, you're going to be working on the 70
Well, I still got to get
One
through January.
Corvette, or what
Are
year
you
is that?
kidding me?
We don't even plan February yet. We worry about planning this week out.
What
Right
year's the
now-
Corvette that's at the shop still?
71,
The 71. And then the Mercedes is a what?
72.
Okay.
I
So
think
we're tinkering with them. We had, I've had a delay because of
Things.
things and with the shop
Hostage
and everything.
takeover.
Yeah.
And now, so I'm helping him.
Hostile?
Doing some body work for him, trying to help him out.
Yeah.
Still helping him delegate because he was going to try to help go with me this week, but Chris has been out sick, so he's trying to do his job and what's going on up there. So it'll all plan out. We got it's a lot of work in there, so it takes manpower to get it done.
You have to go through the loft. I mean, you've got
I
stuff.
went through there's still a lot of
Right.
There's still a lot of stuff I got to get out of there, but it'll get out of there.
Yeah.
It's like
I didn't hear it.
there's a lot of
back the truck up. And bring it over there.
Yeah, so we went there Saturday and pulled some stuff. I'm moving Torino stuff now and parts, and we're putting all my part stuff. So
Okay.
so it all takes time.
Hey, I know a guy's got a U-Haul.
Yeah.
I thought about that too. Again, you just hauling a bunch of stuff maybe, but
Well, I can give you a 6x12 trailer enclosed for the
That's
weekend.
not going to
the hell do I want a trailer
He's a
for?
box truck.
Oh, well, I got 3 of them, dude.
got a lot
We
of
gonna need
shit,
like the
dude.
biggest one you got, and a trailer behind that, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trailer I was saying, on air, I'll say I don't have to
I
charge
got a
you
lot
for
of
that.
stuff, dude.
My manager listens, but that's all right.
Some of that shit I might just let here. Well, I will. Some of the stuff I say here, Steve.
He's going to inherit. He's going to inherit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, he needs some stock.
Huh? Oh, he's got plenty of stock. He's got
Yeah.
plenty.
I mean, a couple of windshields that he doesn't.
That's
never
shit,
going to
no,
use,
a
and,
lot of that
and a
crap.
bunch of Ford parts that a
Oh.
friend of yours turned you on
He
to.
knows.
I let Ron
everything.
Smith talk me into buying that garage full of T-Bird crap. We're going to make a lot of money off this.
And it's still there.
I don't want.
And I asked Ron. I said, "You're coming to you're going out to River Ranch?" He says, "I'll be on a cruise."
Yeah, he's going to
He
cruise.
says, "Kenny, I haven't
That's
been on a
his-
cruise
that's
for."
his-
He
that's
said,
his
A
thing.
month.
42 days or something.
Yeah, he loves
yeah.
those cruises, Ron. He's a big cruise fan.
Well,
Yeah.
I can tell you, if he didn't go on the cruise, he could have bought that Ford truck at Mecum.
That's right.
So that was his choice.
Oh, right.
Crazy,
Yeah,
but he likes going on the cruise.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
he
what
does.
I can tell you what the plan was behind that. Todd, buy that truck. Todd, buy that truck.
Yeah, he kept
Then
wanting-
Todd finishes it, and then Ron's like, "I'll buy it from you."
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah, he had it all planned out. He was
Oh,
writing
yeah.
stuff down, Ron. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Julie talked sense into me.
Yeah.
I don't have room for that truck. With the things that we would have to do to it,
Okay,
I
right.
don't have room for it.
Right.
Even me
Yeah.
storing the other car,
Yeah.
I was told I am no longer allowed to go to the auction with him anymore because I'm a
So-
bad influence.
Bad influence.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we've been working on it.
Right, Mike?
We've been working
Yeah.
on the 68 C10 that our customer bought off of, what is that, Street Side Classics, I think.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
called.
the street side.
And we're gonna get them on the phone here in the next couple of weeks and have a little interview with them and stuff and see how their operation goes, because they tout themselves as being the largest consigner of classic cars.
Well, they're throughout the country.
They are throughout the other 6 or 7 different showrooms. But we have built in-house this 11.5 to 1, maybe even 12 to 1 big block with aluminum heads and everything else. We hope it's somewhere around 600 horsepower. We've been doing a serpentine belt system on it and electric fans, and install the fuel tank back in the back of the truck, and custom running all of that, and the electric fuel pump, and custom doing the exhaust. The headers finally came in; they were right, and we've got the horn button working, which was a thing that he wanted. Now he wants the halogen headlights in, and we're going to have this thing ready to go at the Barefoot Bay Car Show. So I think we're going to do a reveal and everything on Friday, and hope that the motor cranks up real well tomorrow, because here again we built that in house, and you don't know until you put a filter on it and dump some oil in it and hit the button, see what happens. So, but it's been a big build, and we're going to see it to the end this time, and hopefully it comes out right and everything. So we've had a big week. I've asked my main builder, Steve, to come in on his day off tomorrow and make sure that we're ready to go for Friday afternoon. So should be a big deal. So, Bill, we appreciate you coming out.
You're welcome.
And
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, take care. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Come again.
See ya. We only have a couple minutes left in this segment, but when we go into the next segment, we're going to talk a lot about why you're here. And you are the show chairman for 2023.
Yes.
For the what we would call we used to call it
Under the Oaks.
Under the Oaks.
Right.
Under the oaks,
Something happened somewhere along COVID that somebody said we can't use those words. That you can't use those words.
Right.
We can. But
Well, it's designated to what, the flower show or something like that.
Yeah, somebody nabbed that
Yeah.
stuff, and we cannot get around it. So
It was designated to they have a spring flower show there.
okay.
And they deem that show under the beautiful oaks or something like
It's
that.
just so hard to differentiate the
Yeah,
difference
I
between
know.
a flower and a car.
I know.
Yeah.
So now,
A flower will die when a car runs over it,
Yeah.
or when the emissions become too high for it to sustain life.
that's what I remember.
Or if it gets
from,
too much rain.
That's what I remember from years
not
ago,
enough
that they
rain.
weren't allowed to use that name anymore. So.
Right. So this is the 44th annual
Antique Auto Show.
Antique Auto Show that's going to be at Riverside Park in Vero Beach. And well, we're going to get ready to get out of here. So when we come back, we're going to pick your brain about everything that you know about the Indian River region, AACA, and about the car show itself, and about you, and how long you've been a member, and what you do for life, and all those other things. So
Okay.
stay tuned for a minute. We'll be right back. Hey, all right, everybody. This is American Car Classics radio program, and welcome back. This is segment number 2. Listening here to the music is Greg Billings and the Stranger Band. I spoke with Greg today, who is recovering from prostate surgery, and he is doing well. He said he'd try to get well enough that he could be on the phone with us next week. So we'd like to see that we can do that and have a little chat with him.
Yeah.
We know we appreciate using his music and everything else for the show.
Yeah. Rocks out.
Oh, the check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this check right here,
that goes to me. Thank you. We're all going to have a good time.
this goes to Bill. This is from the American Car Classics radio program for $500. We're proud to be able to help sponsor the 44th annual Antique Auto Show going on this March. And what is the date on that?
That's March 18th.
March 18th.
Saturday, March 18th.
Yep.
That's great. The location is beautiful.
Riverside Park is gorgeous, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
just under the trees. I didn't say oaks. Under the trees,
Under the
and the
trees.
foliage and all that kind of stuff, and wandering around. It's really nice. It's a
Yeah.
nice evening or afternoon.
You have it set up. I mean, obviously, you could tell it's been a show that's been going on for a long, long time because it runs so smoothly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, it does. I mean,
Yeah.
it runs real smooth. You've got a corral out back, and lots of room for people to be able to sell what they need to or anything else.
So,
Say it.
why is a
Say it,
dog in here?
Kobe, come here.
He's worried about the
Hi,
cords.
baby. Hi. I wish I had a camera for you, but you're.
If they
you're
can see what we're looking
big
at
star,
right now.
that's right.
Just waiting for him to unplug something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, he stepped on my
I'm
mic
like,
earlier, and I went dead
How'd
for a
that dog
second.
get in here?
All right, so this is about Bill for a minute. So you go and play with somewhere.
Yeah.
I think Dooley's around still. I don't know.
He's
All
leaving.
right, so that's how real life goes here. It's an open door policy, right?
Yeah.
Open dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're surprised the donkey doesn't come walking through. We're waiting for it. One day it's going to
Let's
happen.
hope not.
We got
Or
about
turkey.
6,000 cars that come, or 6,000 people that come and enjoy the thing.
Yeah.
We average around 300 cars. We have food trucks. We have raffle prizes, 50-50. We got a DJ. You guys are going to be there with the tent. You're going to
We
be
sure.
representing for you guys.
We're going to be trying.
Awesome.
The hat I'm wearing is an honor flight. We give them a tent. They're going to be there for veterans who would like to go to Washington for a day.
Oh, beautiful.
We also sponsor the Indian River College. And, of course, we give them a tent. They got to bring in a couple of cars out there.
Yeah, they have a good program out there for automotive.
They got a really good program. We donate heavily to it every year.
Yes,
This
sir.
is a complete nonprofit show, too, by the way.
Okay.
We also we sponsor Drive Out Hunger. So the post office will be there with their trucks. And please bring any food that you'd like to give to the needy. And we'll take it.
Non-perishable.
Non-perishable,
Yeah,
cans
right.
and stuff like
right.
that. Yeah.
I think we do that every year. We try to bring out a good bag full of stuff.
Sure. Peripheral stuff, we just eat ourselves, But
Yeah.
most of the stuff, other
Yeah,
stuff we give
the
them.
AACA is a national organization, and this
Yes.
is your region. How
Yeah.
long has this region been together? Do you know that?
Honestly, I don't. It's been in excess of 44 years, so it's been
Obviously.
a long time. Yeah, it's been. I've joined it maybe 6 years ago, something like that, 5 or 6 years ago. I retired about 4 years ago, and I decided that I want to put back into the sport.
You retired from what?
I was a Snap-on Tools dealer and manager for 33 years.
Oh,
Nice.
you worked with
It-
with Ken.
Ken Bailey was I was a Snap-on dealer. I started in Michigan. They made me a manager. They shipped me to Vero Beach, Florida, believe it or not, and I met Kenny Bailey, and we've been buddy friends for all those years.
He's an
But, yeah.
incredible guy. I'd love to have him on one day. And of course, Ron Smith. He's a former Snap-on dealer.
Ron Smith is a former Snap-on. I seen him just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we see him a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Seen him today.
See how thrilled he was about that?
Yeah, he's like my dad.
But
people
this
have
is a-
that
this
about
is-
Snap-on people. It's a love or hate thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. No, this is a big show, and like you said, there's, and you say 300 modestly. I think there's been 400 at
There's
times.
been a lot of cars.
A lot of
We know that there's some competition with you this year through another AACA event going on a little bit north.
Yep.
But this is what I call a world-class event, because I mean I've met people that come from out of state that have been there, brought their cars down. I met a guy with a Jaguar E-Type one year that had it brought down, and he might have been a snowbird, but
People shift.
it had
They
different
ship
tags on it.
They shift their junk down from everywhere, man.
Yeah.
There's some nice cars up there. Yeah, every year they come down there. Of course, it's the season. People come down. They go to the McKee show.
Yep.
Right.
They go to a lot of these stuff. All right, we got 17 classes. We're giving 3 awards away for each class. We have about 12 judges on the deal. We got food trucks. We got chicken wings, man. We got breakfast sandwiches, sausages, gyros, all
The
that kind
ice
of
cream.
stuff.
You have an ice cream truck that
Got
comes
the-
out. Last year we got them cones and
Ice
stuff. Those
cream
were
lady.
good.
This year we got a kettle corn lady or a kettle corn person.
Okay.
It's all in a neat. And they got 50-50. We got raffles. lots
Gift
of
bags
stuff.
for all the
Yeah,
entries.
Goodie bags for every car show owner.
Now you're saying you've got over 300 pre-registered.
Yeah.
That's
We-
incredible.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of people.
You
Yes.
you accept registrations up to the day. I mean, or not registration, but you accept entries.
Well, actually, 300 pre-registers, not really. It's usually about 170, 200
Yeah.
right in that area.
About that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a lot of guys wait till the last minute.
Right.
And then if it's
Yeah.
going to rain, then they cash out or whatever. So
Right.
typically about 170, 180, and then we end up with an excess of 3. Or last year was a little over 275, but it was the first time we'd had the show.
Right,
And a
because you
couple-
had canceled it the year before.
They canceled
Correct.
it 2 years before.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, so it's
We were
kind
real
of a-
surprised by last year, Mike. If you remember,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have, and this year it's my first year as a car show chairman. I helped Fred Kiesel last year a lot, and I'm learning, and he's helping me. He's behind me this year, so we're getting it done. I can't believe how much work there is to a show.
Fred did
Yeah.
this for a few years.
Fred did it for a few
And then
years.
at the appreciation dinner, which Steve and I went to at Olive
Yeah.
Garden, you accepted the honorary role of taking this over for him. And
Yes.
it was a nice send-off for him doing it because he was well appreciated for what he'd been doing. And it is a lot of work.
Oh yeah, I'm learning, and he's behind me helping me, and other people are. I'm getting a lot of help from a lot of people, so it's kind of nice.
Give a quick shout-out for the sponsors that have participated in this event so far, if you will.
We've got almost 20 or a little over 20. like McDonald's, the Indian River College, as I said, we donate to them. Honor Flight, Route 60 Hyundai came on board this year.
Tommy.
Of course, we drive out hunger. Nice Roofing, they're doing a lot with car shows now. There's been a nice company down in Fort Pierce.
That's great.
Custom Paint Service, he's helping us out. He helped us out last year. Treasure Coast Auto.
Yes,
Good old
sir.
Steve.
That's Steve's place, right?
He's a major sponsor, and somebody called Dolphin Auto. Thank you. Todd Byron, got to mention you because if nothing else, you're doing the signs. You know all the signs.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I should ask Julie.
Yeah, that's right.
Ask Julie.
Yeah. She'll give you what you need.
Checkbook too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Eric's Auto. Mrs. Max donated some food. Wildwood Antique Mall. We're having a few shows there now, and
Yes, we are.
it's a neat place. Nettie's is a new restaurant over by the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Elpex Goodyear in Fort Pierce. Known them for a long time. Linus Cadillac has been doing it for a long time with us too. That was nice. Paul Williamson, CPA. There's a new company, Motor City Classic.
Motor City Classic.
Yeah, they buy and sell a lot of high zoot type stuff. And
they're over on Oslo, right? Right off Oslo Road, right?
No, they're on 41st Street.
Didn't
off of
Byron
41st
Byron
Street.
bought some cars from them last year?
No.
No?
back and forth.
No,
yeah.
that's Brandon. Brandon works there.
Okay.
and,
Brandon works
Adam,
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got them a tent to put 2 cars underneath there. And Alex McWilliams, real estate agent, he's new this year. Southwest Services, they're new. State Farm, the one over here by Sam's with Tim and Kathy.
Yep. Modest.
And that's it for right now.
Now, Bill,
And the
is that
American
working?
Car Classics radio program.
There you go.
Well, of course, the American Car Classic.
And-
Hey.
You guys are going to have your tent.
Bill, is that your
We are.
car on the sheet then?
Yeah, actually, when you get to be Joe Sherman, the only benefit you get.
You always put that on.
Sometimes
there.
when McDonald's gives away free burgers, they throw one to you or two.
Right.
For the thing.
So you got
But-
your car on.
so- yeah.
So tell me what your car is. Tell me what you drive.
That's the
It's a nice-
hottest
this one
muscle
here's a
car
nice-
out right now.
Yeah, 1970 Chevelle SS.
Yeah.
I bought it as a bare shell, but a real SS car. Geez, about 15 years ago.
Okay.
Built it from the frame up, rotisserie, and all that kind of stuff.
Who did the work?
Pardon?
Who did the work?
Dale Warrington. Dale
Great.
Warrington did the paint and body on it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a
And,
former host here on the show.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep.
And then I did the engine, and it's got a Kiesler 5-speed in it, bunch of stuff. It's got SSBC brakes, stainless steel tank, lots of stuff. The engine's 60 over, 454, vintage era, vintage air, cool brakes, lots of stuff. I finished it 12 years ago, about 2 weeks before Power Tour, and we took that sucker on Power Tour. Ended up in Tennessee at Chevelebration and won with it out there. It was pretty
Right.
cool.
Wow.
Won our class.
I mean, done 2 weeks and you took her on a road trip.
I'm telling you what, we were sweating it. I had a 410 in it, and even with the overdrive, it would buzz the engine pretty good. So I bought another gear for it, and the night before we left, we went to our friend's place and tried to stuff it in. There was a wrong ring gear.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, we put it back together. And what a mess. Anyway, we made it there, and we did good with it, and that was like this June will be 12 years ago. I've been driving that car.
Right.
So I'm loving it. Right now I'm building, what I'm doing today and tomorrow is I'm building my wife a 56 Chevy truck.
Nice.
It's got a C4 suspension, front and rear, underneath, all aluminum. LS, I got a Silverado for a donor. I got the LS drivetrain in it completely. Cammed it up a little bit, did a few things to it.
Beautiful.
So I'm just trying to wrap that up right now.
Yeah.
And then we want to tour with it this summer. We're looking to go on Jerry Dixie's tour and the Kentucky Street Rod Nationals,
Wow.
stuff like that.
What is your wife's name?
Mary.
Mary. Very cool that he did this for you, man. That's very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stuff. Well,
Love
the Chevelle's a 5-speed, and we'd have it at shows, and everybody's looking at it, and the woman would walk up to Mary and say, "Boy, do you drive this too?" And she would say, "Oh no, I can't drive a stick shift," and he knows that.
Oh,
So and I use it for an excuse to build another car.
Right. There you go.
no, that's
It works.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw your car was when we were at McKee
Yes.
years ago.
It's been at McKee a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the botanical.
Botanical Gardens.
Right.
They had a muscle car thing, and
Yeah.
we had Joe's car there. It was his '70 Chevelle was there, and Bill's
Yeah.
car was, I think, parked next to him. And it was nice, and that was a good show. Be around all the ponds up there. It's really nice over there.
That's a
Do you
cool-
do you
cool
come
thing.
out to the elk show in February in Sebastian?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I'm here and stuff, I'll be there. I'll be taking it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping to get that truck running so that maybe by April I'll be taking it everywhere.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
I'm
We'd
excited.
like to see her out. So and Mary pulling in and driving, of course. That'd be the way to go.
I have to ask her for the keys.
So the AACA, you have a big involvement with Indian River College. You said
Yes.
this is a automotive program out there. I believe that on the meeting that I went to 3
Yes,
months
good.
ago, you do a scholarship.
Yes, we do.
Is it $6,000 or something like that?
It's well, every year we change it. I
Does-
think
do you?
last year we did $2,000 for two
Okay.
of them.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we change up and here and there we go for stuff. Yeah, we believe in that, and we're looking for places that are into the automotive and stuff like that.
Okay, well, we know that Sebastian High School has a little automotive program, and we'd like to try to talk to somebody about that as well. And we just love that there's some stuff going on still with some trade classes going on, and certainly towards the automotive trade, because I know that it's getting less and less and falling by the wayside. I think that somebody here, Steve, I think it was you that said that within a couple of years, the highest paid tradesman out there is going to be an auto tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could pay good money.
Auto and body tech.
Yeah. Send them by. Come by with a presentation at our meeting night, and we'd be happy to listen. And probably we're a nonprofit. We give it all away.
Yeah, everybody gets a chance on the floor, and you guys have a good little group and a nice little meeting hall. Todd, you're a member. I'm a member.
I'm not a member.
You're
no.
not a member. Steve, are you a member of the AACA?
Not
All
the
right.
local club.
Well, Bill's going to make sure you understand how to sign up for that before the end of the night.
I donate them also.
I know. You should at least be a member.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, Bill, listen,
You
thanks a
should be a
bunch for
member.
coming out. And
What have you been
talking
doing
to
with
us about
yourself,
this.
boy?
This
Following
American
Todd.
Car Classics. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay tuned.
Coming at you like a ball of fire. You better let me be. And coming at you, a wings of desire. You better pin a ball and chain on me now. I'm hot on your tail now, baby. And nothing you can do. I'm coming to get you. All right.
It makes you want to yell. I know. I know what it feels like. Last week, I think I was screaming. I think Julie heard me in the house.
It was like a Ric Flair moment there.
It was. It was.
Good job, man.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the American Car Classes radio program, and with me is my distinguished co-hosts.
Yup, a good time.
And we were talking. We were talking to Bill Maule about the 44th annual
Whoop.
Antique Auto Show.
Good.
Yes, we were.
Saturday, March 18th,
Good.
3280 Riverside Park in Vero Beach from 10 to 4.
And listen, Bill, you mentioned that you had 17 classes.
Yeah.
I know that
You-
over when you come in and head to the north, there's a row that is Corvettes. I swear to God, it's
Yep.
100 yards long at least.
It's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of.
Are you good?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I'm good because every time I judge there, I get them
I was
things.
just going to say, what you need to do, because this guy is not really going along with everything, is give him that Corvette class again, because he tells me every year, Kenny, I love it. I love
He
it.
loves the Corvettes.
Are you out of your mind?
Well, not with this. He should be judging all the Fords this year now.
I think I judged Chevrolets or something like that
Yeah.
last year.
Every year that we judge together, we're always like, what class you get? We always get the two hardest classes. We're like, dang it. It's like,
Yeah, the ones with the most cars.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I
How
mean,
hell
it's the
this
hardest
happen?
ones, too,
Yeah.
every year.
The hardest class is 65 through 70, which is class 5.
Sure.
Okay.
That has the most amount of cars. You got 17
Do they?
classes. Yeah.
See, this year we also have Restomod.
Oh, you got. Oh, yeah. Class 16.
They got so many that were 65 to 70 or 60
Yeah,
to 70.
60 to 75 is Resto.
Todd was complaining about how hard it is, how long it takes to judge that class.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to read through
It's
this.
a big class.
It is a big
It
class.
is huge.
That's what we did is we put Restomod in there and try to split it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And make it a little bit more fair between our original guy who kind of gets upset when somebody comes in with an original car, but a little bit different seat, a little bit different wheels. You
Right,
know.
yeah.
And don't look too hard underneath the hood. And he claims it's a stock car.
Yeah, I got yelled at.
You get yelled at.
I got yelled.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Phil,
Well, all
sent,
right,
Phil sent me a nasty email last year.
not pointing any fingers.
I said, listen, not for nothing, but your car's not, your car's modified, isn't it? I says, yeah. I said, only looks stock from the outside. He goes, no, you're going in a modified class, so you're out.
But
Yeah, so we changed a little
modified has
bit.
got to be different than a resto mod class.
Yeah, we got modified restomod and
Right.
of course stock. So
Right.
now stock is stock.
Well, and I know that,
Mostly.
that some guys come out with the 31s and 32s, and they're as stock as can be, and they feel very left out because when you pull up one that's got the fenders off and headers sticking out the side,
Right.
it really there's nothing similar except that they both say they're 31s.
Right.
Yeah, and people don't build cars for these rules either. So that
Right.
there's usually the guy that has, it's supposed to be a resto mod like the hood on that Chevelle. It's stock hood, but you get a guy that comes with everything stock or resto mod with a hood this high.
Right.
You should be in modified.
Right.
Yep.
But really,
Because it's not stock.
no. But where do you draw the line?
Right.
You know?
Because even on your classes, you have like class 14 is modified in hot rods 43 to 60.
Yeah.
And then you got class 15 modified in hot rods 61 to 98. And then you got class 16 resto mods from 60 to 75.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Well, of course, a stock is a stock. A resto mod.
I'm
is-
talking modifieds and hot rods, and then you got resto mods. So that's why I wasn't sure.
Well, you start with resto mods. Basically, what I do is a resto mod is basically stock appearing car on the outside, other than maybe wheels and tires.
Right.
No custom paint, fins, and stuff like that. Pretty much an original.
What it looked like out of the factory.
My Chevelle.
Yeah, Chevelle, yeah.
It just to get the wheel and tires, and then
Right.
underneath anything goes. You can't put a blower through the hood, but
Right.
if it's under the hood,
Yeah.
and special wheels, tires, different trans, and all that kind of stuff. That's a resto mod.
Yeah.
And then if you go beyond that, you put something through the hood, or you put huge side pipes on it, or you give a custom paint job. Now you're talking modified.
Modified and hot rod.
Yeah.
I just hope my buddy's there last year from the GTO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was a trip, man. I tell you.
Well, that's why, whenever you judge anything, there's always, it's very hard to judge.
We make friends there each year.
Yeah.
I learned that the fire extinguisher is a pretty big thing for the AACA events.
It's huge.
when they're AACA
real huge.
judged.
You ain't got it. You're not getting judged.
But what I witnessed was that there was a share system that it would come from two cars down the line, and all of a sudden it'd be the same fire extinguisher, and you look down and it was missing, and this guy had it. But when you got to his
But it
car
doesn't
and
matter
had
as
it,
long as it's with the car.
if
when
it's
you're
with the
judging
car,
it,
that's
right?
correct.
They're probably watching us judge the cars.
Because I'm not paying attention
that's
to somebody
correct.
No,
bombing the
there's
fire.
then there's
people
the-
wandering around back and forth all the
But
time.
that's where the guys come in. Well, he doesn't get a fire extinguisher, so he should be out of here.
Right,
this-
yeah.
'Cause you remember
Right.
that guy?
That's
yeah.
correct. That's correct.
guy
they
was
were trying to
pissed
tell
off.
us
Listen.
you can't judge him. You got to take points off. And listen, you can't sit here and tell us what we got to take points off this guy's cars because you don't like him.
Yeah.
You that doesn't work. And
The only thing that you really get yelled at for at that show is having a for sale sign in your car.
yeah.
And I forgot to mention that we have a really cool car corral. And
Yeah.
You do.
last year we had over 45 cars in it,
Right.
and it's a big thing. 'Cause the
It
car
is a big
corral
thing. I opened the show by saying you have a great
Little for sale
area
sign.
for
You
the
did, yeah.
car corral
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
that's right, yeah.
it's a very large area.
Yeah.
A lot of shows don't really even like that to be going on or happening. But if
Why
it gets
not?
people in the cars, in the
gets
car
people
shows and
coming,
everything else
sure.
coming and doing it, people are looking for cars to sell. And a lot of car shows do have cars for sale. So when they have them back in the corral, it keeps that area to that side and everything else. So I thought
Yeah,
it
but
worked
if your
good.
car's in the show, you already paid the money to get in.
Yeah.
Say you don't want your car in the corral, but you still get judged and you still want your car for sale.
We're
I just don't-
Make a three-
we're sticky about that.
a little 3x5
No,
card
no,
that
no.
you stand next to your car and somebody goes,
Just
hey,
put
is
a
this
for
that?
sale sign in the passenger seat.
Nah, yeah, you'd have to. You have to lay it on the floor of the passenger
yeah.
seat.
How about that? Is that a
There you go,
loophole
yeah.
that we can?
As long
okay,
you
there
can't
go.
post any for sale signs on the
Okay.
cars. Yeah,
I didn't see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And
Not gonna. Yeah.
and when it comes down to the fire extinguisher, if that fire extinguisher's there with the car, whether that guy borrowed it from the guy 10 spots down,
Right.
it's there with the car.
Well, last year when I judged, there was two of us in our class, and
Politically.
I let him have the clipboard more, and I kind of ran the blocks on this, and I kind of was there to talk to people and keep them away from him while he was, really looking at detail stuff and what. And your judging sheets are pretty detailed. They're broken down into classes again, and it gives us specific areas to
look
make
at,
sure that we pay attention to.
Sure.
Originality on batteries, hose clamps, air cleaners, stuff like that. It's a little bit of a teacher's a list when you get down to it.
What happens a lot of the times is you look at this guy's paint, it's a 9 or a 10, and then
Right.
you walk down, it's a 9 or a 10, and it's a 9 or a 10, and it's real hard to find the best of the best. And
Yeah.
so you got to get pickier and pickier and pickier.
Did we make a patina class yet?
Did we?
Well, I'll tell you, if Joe
That'd be a
Valenza's
good idea.
there, then
Well,
it's pretty
'cause
easy to
last
find out
year-
the best of the best.
Yeah.
I got
This
hit with
stuff
that a
is
couple
flawless.
times. We had a couple patinaed trucks, patinaed cars,
Yeah.
Right.
and they were like, "You
Like-
can't, you
like-
can't judge me as
Like
the best."
my Nova, right.
Yeah, we had one guy wanted the patina award.
There you go.
Guy
Yeah.
over there.
Well,
Yeah.
the sport, I think, is fluid, and we, like I say, I changed the classes here to reflect
Right.
that, and I'm sure that years to come we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Trucks are just exploded.
And
Yeah.
it's something to look
Yeah.
at because there's a lot of nice patina trucks, like the show that
gorgeous,
Todd and
yeah.
Julie had. There was a nice couple patina trucks.
Absolutely.
Right.
The one of them, I think you knew, the blue.
Yeah, it was that 50.
Yeah, he just bought that, had the blue wood in the back.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just bought
had the LS motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had the
that was a
LS
beautiful truck. But there's a lot of those. I remember last year, or the last car show that we judged over there, I got hit hard on quite a few people on that
Yeah.
because the patina is, it's growing, and we're seeing a lot more.
Steve Gaver. Yeah, well, there's another line. Would you call that a rat rod or do you call it a patina car? What would
Right.
what-
You don't know.
Yeah,
you
I
got to
mean,
you
it
got to
could
really
go
gotta
either
look
way.
at it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what do you call that? I mean, because that's going to go in a rat rod thing.
I would call it a rat rod.
See,
But,
to me,
you know,
a
you
rat
really-
rod is one that you put together yourself. You're welding different parts
Right,
of different
and he
cars.
has
like,
it
not a
this way.
patina
Stingray
car.
Automotive guy.
right.
Right.
And this takes it out of the class with trucks. So now he's not judged against any other trucks.
Yeah.
Which means, Todd, your truck isn't going, your Chevy in a
Mine be
truck route.
modified. I mean, it's
It'd be
Pro
modified.
Street.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
modified for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then if they judge thing as the AACA, if it was an AACA judged event, then it's a whole different ball
It
game.
is
Right.
another world.
Yeah,
This is
it's a
not
whole
even,
nother
no,
world.
We are just as a fun car show.
Right. This
And we're
is
going to
the
have a
fun
good
car
time. We're
show,
going to
yeah.
pass out some trophies. We're
Yep.
going to eat some food and talk to your buddies.
Right.
But it's not an AACA car show.
You have a local region member who won first place, I think,
At
2
the-
years ago,
Yeah, in Melbourne.
a year
Yes.
ago
Last
at
year.
Melbourne,
Yep.
and that is Craig Waskow.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
And what is his car?
He's got the
Buick.
Grand Sport.
A
Yep, 70 Buick.
68
70?
Buick, yeah,
Just worked on it the
Is
other
it
day.
70
68?
Buick, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Grand Sport. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We actually had quite a few. Gavin
Memorable.
won one. There's several people that won at that show.
Yeah.
Let's see, there's AACA seniors and stuff.
Yeah.
It's another world. It really
Yeah.
is. It's nice,
Yeah.
And that's a good event too, but unfortunately it lands on the same day as this event.
Yeah, this year
So,
it does.
they couldn't. There's nothing they could do about it.
Well, I think it was the Spring Nationals last year, right, for the AACA, because we brought up traders and
Yes.
chairs and all that kind of
Yes.
the big thing.
Right.
This year, it's just an AACA show, but it's not a national.
Right.
No, but
Yeah, yeah.
the venue in which they're housing it at, which is the
American Muscle Car Museum.
American Muscle Car Museum with Mark Pelock, it was the only day that they had to do it.
Right.
So it's not that they were trying to,
No.
do anything, but it was, and I, it is pretty far south in Brevard County. You almost wish it was more of a Titusville, something maybe up in the Navy area or something, whatever. But
He's
it's
the guy
not.
that bought the
so.
GTO, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he just bought that
I
$1 million
I
GTO.
think he bought the GTO.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Mark,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were.
the Holy Grail.
I think they had pictures of it up on their website. So I don't know if he did get it or he didn't get it, but I know he was up there.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, he was posting because he's got a bunch of pace cars.
Sure.
And he's posting a bunch of the pace cars.
Well, that'd be great to
on
know
his
that it was
website.
coming to town. That it was
So
going to
I,
be here.
that's what
Right.
I heard when I was at Meekum, when we were at Meekum that day.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said too.
Yeah,
on the sign.
it was going to Melbourne. So I don't know. We'll see.
Very
forget.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was going to try and do some Jeopardy this segment. I don't know that we're going to get to it. I've got Tech Talk and everything coming up, and then we've got some weekend weather report and car show stuff
Yep.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
And Todd bought a Ford F-150. I can't believe it.
Yep.
He's trying to do ventriloquism, but I was told that I don't do it very well, right? I was told I wasn't a very good
That's good.
ventriloquist,
You
so you suck at it too.
All right, play us out, will you?
Just pull your phone on
Ding,
and
ding,
start
ding,
talking
ding.
to somebody, will you?
Okay.
I saw Ken Diggett the other day talking on his phone. This is American Car Classics. Bill Maule, AACA. We appreciate him coming out. March 18th. Be there, be square. We'll be right back.
Don't you dare take it out on me. If you're sitting around, you got nothing to do. Shake a leg, come along with me. You take one step, you take two steps, you take three, and get on up.
It's never a dull moment here. Welcome back, everybody. This is the American Car Classic Radio Program.
Yep.
And there's our dog, Dooley, running around. Dooley's the new Dolphin Auto Shop dog. What's up, puppy? You're a cute little rescue, aren't you, buddy? I love you so much. All right, so Mike and Steve and Todd, this is our moment to get in here and do a little bit of tech talk. And it's going to take some thinking from you all. There's a couple questions in here that are, well, let's just start with this one here. All right?
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, guys. My car pops under a load. It sounds like it's coming from the carb. The car is mostly stock. It's a 79 Camaro with a 305 cubic inch engine. The pollution controls have all been removed over the years. It doesn't pop if you just get into it, getting into the gas slightly, until you reach about 30 miles an hour on a mild load. He says, if you rev the engine in park, it does pop a lot. Any help would be appreciated. This is Tom out of Atlanta. So he says, has a 4-barrel on a 305, mostly stock, and he's got a something that's pretty new to it. It hasn't done it, I guess, and now it is. It's got a pop under a load.
Could be a number of things.
Yeah.
If work hadn't been done to it, he's just driving, all of a sudden develops a pop.
Ignition.
Yeah, it's not it's spark.
Plug wire, spark
timing,
plug.
plug. Yeah, it could be anything.
Man, I immediately thought like a hanging valve.
Yeah, valves, and then those are the areas where the camshafts always water lobes out, especially in the Corvettes back in the day.
Okay.
Done plenty of them.
So he could do a leak down test and check for a valve, but then he's got to pull the valve covers and roll the motor over and look for equal movement out of all of his rocker arms.
First thing I do is pull the spark plugs and identify the cylinder.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Or if you got
And then check your wire, make sure I'm right.
if you got an infrared gun, hit the exhaust manifolds and see which one you got.
Yeah, the infrared gun, I love that a lot because that gives you a cold cylinder.
I showed Todd a good one the other day. We didn't need an infrared gun.
What'd you show him?
You remember that car? I got pictures of that car. I think it was cherry red on all the cylinders.
Yeah.
really.
Oh yeah.
And what was the problem?
Too much timing? I mean, what?
What was it?
Stuck fuel pressure regulator.
Oh,
okay.
just pounding it full of, yeah.
What was that? That Chevelle, right?
All right, so Tom, isolate the cylinder, and then check your ignition parts to that cylinder, and if that's not, then check the integrity of the motor. Right?
Yeah, it can be very inexpensive, or it can be super expensive.
Yeah.
There's a big spectrum right there.
Yeah, for pop.
It could just be a cap and rotor too. I mean, it's HEI, and those things always the rotor buttons. And then we had a car, Skip's car. He drove that car all the way from Ocala, brought it to the shop. All we did was start it up and move it around the building. It died at the stop sign, and the distributor cap and rotor, the rotor button melted right through the cap. And he just came from Ocala to the shop.
Wow.
He got lugged.
He got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made it 5 feet.
Hey guys, love the show. I have a 64 Barracuda and I want to bring the front end down just a bit. How can I lower it just a bit without buying a set of drop spindles? I think the drop spindles would lower my car too much. Thank you in advance. Mark Mays out of Tampa, Florida.
Well, don't they have torsion bars?
So Barracuda, is it a torsion front end?
Should be, right? Plymouth?
Anybody here know?
It's a coil spring on them, I think.
Yeah.
I thought they had torsion
You
bars.
can go grab them monkey claw things that go on there. Or just do what we used to do back in the day and take
Cut
the
it.
torches and kind of heat up
Cut
the
it.
spring a little bit.
Yeah, and don't cut the top coil off because then the spring will ride different in the brass. But if you heat them and you heat one first and you get a tape measure and you measure to where you can go and heat the next one, or else you keep going back and forth and eventually it's lower than you would with spindles. But you can just heat a coil a bit
Yeah.
and it will lower, it'll soften it up and sag a little bit.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
they
we
had
did that
torsion
back in the
bars in
day.
that year.
So
Yeah, if it wasn't torsion bars,
I
you could
think
lower it
so,
down.
too.
If not, but I'm sure that someone makes coil springs for it.
Well, I know my 73 Duster I used to race was a torsion bar. I was a round around car, and I was just able to, hammer it down, and it would turn by itself. So if it is a torsion bar, you can roll them, the torsion bars, a half a turn or something, and then just measure from there, because that does loosen or tighten the front end, bring it up and down. Mark, on graveyard cars, he went through a big explanation about how to set the front end on those Roadrunners and Chargers and stuff that he does with the torsion bars.
Oh, yeah.
I know those are bigger, fuller cars. I didn't know that the Barracuda maybe wasn't a spring car, but
I just thought all the Plymouths had the
I know the majority of them
had
majority,
torsion
but I
bars,
don't. But even the smaller one, I don't know. But since the Duster did, maybe it did.
What was your Barracuda?
Hell, I don't remember.
I'm sure it had torsion
I think
bars.
so too.
Yeah,
I think
it had
did have
torsion bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
The yellow one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a 73.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that one was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what. No, it's a 64.
That's 64. But I'm pretty sure it's got
60,
torsion
Todd's was
bars.
a CUDA. All right. Hello, and thank you for any information that you might be able to help me with. My name is Mike. I live in Jacksonville. I found your show on YouTube and have now joined your page on Facebook. Thanks. He says, I own a 48 Chevy pickup truck, and I hate how it handles. Do you know any way that I can do
Mustang 2
the way
front
I
end?
can modernize the truck without doing massive work?
No.
So a Mustang 2 front end. That's the kit is a couple grand.
Or TCI makes.
TCI, that's the one I have
Right.
in my Nova, TCI front end.
I've seen people cut front ends off and put the 79 to 81 Z20.
Yeah, the
front ends on.
Camaro front ends on them, yep.
Which they make now. There's a bolt-on kit that goes on the front. So there's a lot of different options, but none of them are easy. They all require full removal of your suspension, because now you're going to a rack and pinion. You're doing something much different than what stock was. So other than telling him to go to polyurethane bushing to maybe replace that worn out gearbox, that is probably his biggest problem. And I like to use redhead gearboxes. That's who I buy.
I don't like the polyurethane bushings. I think it makes it ride a little heavier, stiffer. Right?
Stiffer.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, but if he's looking to tighten up his front end and hates the way it handles, and he doesn't want to do a massive job,
He might not like the polyurethane bushings though. I'd stick with the rubber. You guys stick with the rubber bushing?
I do polyurethane.
I do
Do you?
polyurethane in most of them. I did go with rubber back in the 71 C10 that we're doing, but I'm going with polyurethane. No, I went in the 71 Chevelle. I'm staying with rubber, but with the pickup, I'm going with polyurethane. So.
Gotcha.
But the polyurethane, the truck is heavier, so I think it'll give.
Yeah.
But the guy likes the ride in the Chevelle, so I don't want to mess that up or change that any too much.
But yeah, a lot of people just use that Mustang 2 front end and they put it on.
Yeah.
Make it.
And it's a couple different ways. Rims, tires, too. If it's got the old, small, 14-inch tires and all that, too. Just need some more detail. Sway bars, too. And then those trucks, it's still got the old frame. I've seen the frames where they move.
This one has Todd's name on it. Todd, you own a body shop.
Yes, he does.
You want to correct the guy? He did. Okay. I have a Pontiac Tempest that has rust around the wheel well, causing bubbles in the paint. I also see rust on the inside of the trunk near the wheel well, near the wheel, where it looks like the panels meet. And I think that he's talking about the floor pan and that little tub in the back that drops down there. If from best I can understand this, if I start to clean it up and it turns out to be bigger than it looks like now, what has to be done to fix it? He says, what I mean by that is I can't do a whole quarter panel. I don't have the budget for that, I don't think. What would it cost if I had to do a quarter panel? Thanks, Harry.
It varies. The difficulty and the time it takes to do it.
A Pontiac Tempest, first of all, is a long car.
It's a GTO.
That's all right. But yeah. What year?
64.
64. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty decent size.
Yeah. You got the double headlights in the front.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he said a year, but did he?
I thought you
Yeah,
said
64.
No, I have a Pontiac.
64
No,
is a pretty decent size quarter panel, but
I thought he said
The CUDA was a
I don't know.
64.
Oh,
I
okay.
CUDA was a 64.
I thought he said
This doesn't
67.
have a year. He just says it's a Pontiac Tempest.
Gotcha.
there's not a book that there's not a labor guide for that. So we
Right.
charge by the hour. So
If
it
you
really
do a-
depends on how difficult.
If you do like a half, instead of a full quarter, you could do a half quarter, right?
Well, the
I
other thing
wouldn't
is
recommend it.
No?
really depends. You got to see the car because the rust. You know, how bad is the rust?
Yeah, I
Where
mean,
is it rusted at? Because
Yeah.
not every car is going to rust
Okay, so
identical.
the quarter panel, it's rusting on the outside. You cut the quarter panel off, and now you notice that the inner lip of the outer wheelhouse is rusted. So now you're fabricating the outer wheelhouse. So
Right.
it's really hard. There's really no way of telling you how much it's going to cost.
If a
you
guy
get
has
charged
a
by the
great
hour.
paint job on a car and you do a quarter, are you going to have to repaint the whole car?
No.
Okay.
If, say, for instance, that my Chevelle right there,
Yeah.
I'm going to put a quarter panel on it. It got hit really bad. I'm going to put a quarter panel on it.
Okay.
I'm going to put the quarter panel on it, and I'm going to blend the door. I'm going to paint the whole, blend up in the roof, clear the whole roof, and down the other side of the quarter panel.
Right.
I'm not going to cut a blend. If I have to get any color close to the trunk lid, then I'm going to blend into the trunk lid. So you're basically doing a door, quarter, roof, or trunk
Yeah.
lid.
Okay. Okay.
All your adjacent panels, all your,
Anything that's touching.
But there's no way to price rust.
No,
No,
really.
once you start
when it
getting
comes to an old car, no.
Yeah. We did Gary McDonald's Pontiac, and he it turned out a lot more. Somebody had been there before, and there was a ton of mud, plastic, and we had to go in there and remove, and we had to put in some more metal and do that, and it take the rear window out. The Pontiac comes down and has those big ribs that come off the roof and join into the rear quarter, and it took a lot of work to get there, and then we were able to blend that and do. But I think that he wanted a couple other things to do. We ended up painting 90% of the car by the time we were done.
Oh man, I've grinded into quarter panels with 3/4 inch of Bondo in them.
Yeah.
So when you're a shop, a body shop isn't going to do just a quarter pan on an old car, because most of them are collision oriented.
Right.
A restoration guy is going to do a quarter on an old car.
Right.
And then they're going to pay by the hour,
Right.
which is $100 upwards dollars per hour,
Yeah.
plus materials.
Plus materials.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then something I've had to learn this past year is you don't warranty rust.
No.
Yeah. If somebody comes in and says, look, I need to cut a corner, you may continue the car, but you're telling them now this is no longer.
Well, I mean, if you're putting metal in the car, that's different. You can, if you give them a price spectrum. Look, okay, you're looking at fixing that, you're probably going to be this if I mud it up.
Right.
But there's no warranty. Now, if I cut
Right.
it out and weld metal in it, then I'm going to give you some more time.
Right.
But and chances are it's not going to rust where you put the metal patch. It's going to rust around where the metal patch is. So,
Right.
That's what you got.
Okay. Well, look, I hope that answers your question, man. That's a long question with a good long answer in there. So this is where I return the show over to Mike Carano and his weekend weather report and weather report and car show.
Yeah, but it's
events.
going to be it's another great weekend this week.
It is.
Yeah, it's going to. I think it was 20% chance of rain. In the morning, it's going to be in the 50s, and in the afternoon, it's going to be in the low 70s. It's going to be
Yeah.
It's
perfect.
going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
So hopefully the guys that are going to the River Ranch this weekend aren't going to freeze. Is it this weekend or next?
Yeah,
weekend?
that's this weekend.
This weekend is gonna be
34th annual,
beautiful.
and they're talking about. Last year it was a record breaker. It was cold as heck. So
Yeah, I mean it's cold every
600,
year up
500,
there.
600
I remember
cars.
Kenny driving out there with the mittens, the hoodie on,
Oh,
the
yeah.
muffs, and the gloves.
It's cold all the time out there.
I was cruising with the heat on.
It's rough.
Chillaxing,
Cruising with the
man.
heat on.
Saturday here is supposed to be low of 53 and a high of 72.
Yeah, so it's going to
So
be
it's gonna
be nice.
Beautiful. We're in paradise here.
Yeah, I mean, C.W. Willis Farm is having their show on Saturday from 11 to 3. That's right here in Vero Beach.
Great food.
Was that on Oslo?
Yeah,
4th
the-
Street? Oslo / 4th Street, whatever.
Yeah,
It's like Oslo and
4th,
Around there somewhere.
33rd
Somewhere around there.
Avenue.
That's at C.W.
Somewhere.
Willis Family Farms presents a classic car show Saturday, January 28th from 11 to 3. And then on Sunday, we got the Barefoot by the Lake car show from 11 to 3. 625 Barefoot Boulevard. Are you working that day in Barefoot Bay?
No, Bryce is going to be at the 24-hour Rolex.
I'm going to be at Daytona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
24-hour race. So
Wow. You participating or you just taking pictures?
yes. No,
Both.
if I can get in a car, if there's any
He's
possible
taking
way to
pictures
get in a
right
car,
now.
Should I
will
make a
do it.
call, see if I get you in a car?
Dude.
Yeah, I have already turned him on to Brian Glaze, who works the corners and stuff and gets in cars. But yeah, man, if you know a contact that can turn this guy on, and that'd be incredible for him. So.
Well, I'll have to see if my buddy's coming down because he sponsors two of them. So we'll see what happens.
Going for a ride.
Bryce hopped in Brian dually hopped in the El Camino. That's funny.
It just made my week.
There you go. And then Saturday, February 4th, from 3 to 6 p.m. Winter Festival 2023 to having a car show at 190 Day Drive in Sebastian. Believe that's at a church. Rain or shine, free fun for all. Bring a chair. They're going to have the Penny Creek Band. I don't know what they play. It looks like, just from the picture, looks like bluegrass. And that's Saturday, February 4th from 3 to 6.
Okay.
And then the show that we spoke about, the 44th Annual Antique Auto Show, Saturday, March 18th from 10 to 4. Registration starts at 8 o'clock to 11. 3280 Riverside Park right here in Vero Beach.
And it'll be here before we even know it.
Before you know it.
January's been flying through.
Yep.
And,
And then where's the Elks flyer? I got the Elks flyer here.
Yeah, that's going to be in Sebastian at the Elks Club.
The 19th.
That's on February 19th, Sebastian Elks Club, right at Fleming Street and 512, and that show's from 11 to 3. They'll have music, food, awards. It's usually 200 and something cars. That's usually a good turnout.
All right.
Hey, I know the judges there.
There you go. And then
wow.
I know the Sebastian Muscle Car Club brings out a bunch of guys for that show, Mike.
yeah, we usually have 40 or 50 cars
Yeah.
there. That's why I was talking to Bill about, because some guys don't want to get judged at Under the Oaks, and they want to know if there's any chance that we all could sit together. And he asked, well, how many cars? I said, well, sometimes it's 50. He goes, I don't think we have the room for that, but we'll, maybe next year we'll have a special spot just for
Clubs.
our club. Yeah.
That'd be great.
And then I got it. Oh, boy. All right. We'll go. We'll talk about it next time. I got an email from somebody. We're going to do a show November 4th at the Indian River County Fairgrounds.
I didn't get a countdown warning in my ear, did you?
Yeah, no. That's all right. It's a free
That's all
show.
right.
2
Yeah.
seconds.
That's all right. He was
And you're going to help him get a ride.
Yeah.
he's ready to go get some Chick-fil-A.
That's it. He's out.
All right, so everybody, this is the American Car Class
I know you
Radio
can play
program.
us out.
We do appreciate you tuning in every week. Listen, please find our videos. Do something. Make a comment. Leave us a question. 772-584-1048 is our hotline. American Car Classics at yahoo.com is our email address. So reach out to us on Facebook
Reach
or
out.
YouTube or
And we're good.
Reach
whatever else
out.
you'd
Can
like
you
to.
play some music?
Touch somebody.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, we're
Y'all
out of
take
here.
care.
Peace.
See ya.